can tell, dude. I might actually fall. Alright, cross another one, cross another one. The other day, I met up with some of my high school friends that I haven't seen and talked to in like 9 years. And holy shit, this is them now. You see this guy? You might sound like he's just your regular fuckboy. Nope, he's addicted to gambling. He inherited a shitload of money from his grandparents. It's a lot of money. Like, a lot of money. He uses it just like any other normal person would. On hookers and drugs. But really, he does it because he doesn't know what to do with it. He doesn't know what he's doing tomorrow. I mean, at this point, he doesn't have a direction in life. How about this guy? He's out here every night partying and drinking because he's always been the party guy and the rich kid. Always flexing on people with the gram and all of that. Probably got used to the attention and just kept doing it. But he's currently in debt of over $200,000 because he believed that crypto is the money of the future. When he locked out and cashed out too late. He's currently surviving by eating ramen noodles to get by for rent and enough for him to afford to go out and pay for all the useless crap he doesn't need to impress the people he doesn't know. Ugh, this guy. He's a straight up menace. He's a klepto. We barely invite him to anything because he's always trying to steal everything he can get his clammy hands on. If it's not nailed down, bet your ass he's taking it home. He stole my iPod once in high school. I know because he started talking about the indie bands I knew nobody listened to. He confessed when I put him in a chokehold and gave it back. This dude though, he's got everything going for him. Good job, bright future, he's fit, he's healthy, he's smart. Nobody knows his body count at this point, but he's got suicidal thoughts every other day and he doesn't really know why. For him, there's really no point to anything. The only thing that keeps him going is pussy and weed. He said it's the simple things in life. Oy oy oy. Sex addict. He's into some nasty shit. Don't ever give him your number. And don't even get me started on this chick. She's had everything given to her ever since she was a kid. Went to a good school, travels anytime she wants around the world with the money her parents keep throwing at her. But despite having everything, she can't keep a relationship because guys think she's clingy as hell. Her parents never gave her emotional support and never once said, I love you and I'm proud of you because mommy and daddy are always working. She didn't tell me any of this. One quick look at her Twitter and she basically told her entire life story. This woman is still working at the same 7-Eleven she worked in when she graduated high school. She hates it and wouldn't shut up about it. Doing the same shit again and again and again, and I asked, why? Why settle for this job? Doesn't she have dreams, goals, any goddamn aspirations besides this week's special flavor of slushy? Well, I got to know her and turns out she's been doing this job because of her mom who's been bedridden for years and she can't stop life and do what she wants because she's the only thing her mom has. Used to be a guy. Used to be a girl. I know. You can't even tell. Nobody knows anything about him. He signed up for the army and never said anything afterwards. And finally this guy. Gave up everything he has in his life, moved to another country to start fresh and decided to make YouTube videos despite only his mom watching most of his content. Currently sells pictures of his feet online to pay for rent. Also, I made all that shit up. All of it. None of what I said was true. Well, except for the last guy. I don't sell pictures of my feet. Before I forget, hi mom. What I just said is so far from who they really are. I just mentioned the common problems a lot of people go through. Life is filled with problems. You guys know this. Life is random in a series of depressing events, more so for some people. Some get lucky when they get shot out of their moms. Some, well, not so much. It's sad, but we have to face the facts. Some are just born with a crappier life. I'll get to my point in a minute. Just hold on, okay? Trust me. Don't access. Yeah. Act sober, act normal, like damn. We dumb as fuck. Right before we went to the party, the second I yelled, let's get it, we got into a little accident. When we saw the baby in car sticker, we were like, oh, fuck. Luckily, no one was harmed. Well, the only thing harmed were our egos and the vibes because this was how our day started. I mean, of course I had to get it on tape. I went out to shoot clips and basically the universe presented the perfect scenario of a bad situation for me to record it. Or maybe we were just fucking idiots and we were just too excited to go to the party. Yeah. Let's go with that. We dumb as fuck. My favorite motto since I was a kid is shit happens. Because shit really do be happening all the time though. Like, life feels like the Wheel of Fortune, but instead of winning prizes, you get leukemia. Tragic, yeah, but very true. If you don't believe me and can't see my point, you must be one of the lucky ones. Or life hasn't slapped the shit out of you yet for you to see things differently with a set of emo goggles. Even the super rich and famous go through tough times. Not everything is rainbows and sunshine, no matter what your financial status is. Why do you think we have celebrities that feel like they're on top of the world but then they end themselves? That despite of what they've achieved in their lives and the lifestyle that they live. It wasn't enough, even though it's what a lot of people crave for. Do you guys see where I'm getting at? Everybody's got something. Dreams unfulfilled, families to feed, student loans to pay, medical bills that never end, the constant heartbreaks, living unhappy lives for the fact that we have to fucking survive to live. Let me repeat that, survive to live. Not to be alive but just simply to live. Yeah, there's a lot of good in life. We know that because that's what we usually see and show to people. A person is most likely to tell someone how great their new car is rather than tell them that this new car put them in a massive debt and has to pay this goddamn thing for 5 years. We show our highlights to the world, posting stories, gotta chase the bag, having fancy ass dinners and all of that. We hide our lows because who the hell wants to see that shit, right? Nobody wants to see you broke or getting your ass dumped. People want to be happy. They want to see happy things. Even if what they saw was one happy day of someone they're following on Instagram. Not knowing that person probably went through months or weeks of hell. Maybe they do know, but won't simply accept it. Because our minds automatically go to the self-deprecating route. Jealousy is our mind's default setting. Unless you have emotionally intelligent and available parents, that is. We're humans. We're fucked up like that. We don't really talk about the bad things about our lives because it makes us look bad. Makes us look pathetic. Makes us look like we're not doing as good as the others. We don't want to be disappointments to the people we care about, right? But what if everybody goes through shit? Why do we still try so hard to hide it? I'm not saying be vulnerable to everyone and talk about our problems all the time like dirty laundry. You're just looking for attention at that point. Let's be real, come on. But just don't be ashamed of it. It's completely normal, right? Embrace how messed up and how fucked up you are. Because when and if you do become a better person, you'll appreciate how far you've come. Knowing how crazy people can be because of everything that's happening in their lives, who the hell are we to judge a person's character based on the things we assumed on one shitty interaction? Maybe they're hiding or running away from their problems. What if they just don't know how to deal with it? What if Jimmy is cheating on Fiona and doing drugs all the time because he grew up around that and self-destructive behavior is the only way he knows how to live life? Yeah, easy to say.
Just don't be an asshole, Jimmy.
But what if Jimmy doesn't even know he's an asshole in the first place? Like he has no idea he's a horrible person. Yeah, unbelievable, but there are some people so clueless about how shitty of a person they are. You know what's worse? Being aware of how much of an asshole you are, but still not doing anything to be a better person to be less of an asshole. I'm not saying tolerate that kind of behavior. That's toxic AF. But at least have a bigger scope of understanding of why someone's like that. And maybe try to at least guide them a better way. If you tried, and everyone else did, and Jimmy's still popping pills and banging chicks from left to right, well, fuck you, Jimmy. We all have our limits. We grow up and pick things up along the way, and sometimes we pick up really crappy personalities and bad habits. Growing up almost literally just means unpacking trauma to be a better person. Sometimes it just seems like the reason why some friendships and relationships work is because we have compatible traumas with them. We're basically looking for the same level of brokenness in others to make it work. How well do we actually know someone? How well do we know our friends? Do you think you know everything about your family? You know you have things that you keep from them and will never tell them. What makes you forget that they might be pulling the same shit you do? What kind of crap goes around their heads and keeps them up awake at night? We're so caught up in our own shit that we forget how everybody else is probably going through a lot of different things, good and bad. Easy to judge a book by its cover when that cover is all messed up, drenched in alcohol, cocaine, and glitter. But only a few people get to actually see the pages. Not everyone lets us read them, and others refuse to even show the book and put it on display because they're too scared of what people would think of them. It's funny how sometimes we're so self-conceited that it's hard to imagine something outside of ourselves. If we were to die right now, like right now, will people just go, meh? I mean, yeah, people who love and care for us will miss us. Did we leave a legacy? Did we leave a footprint so fucking big people can't forget and unsee the good things we've done? Or does it all end with us? What I'm trying to say is, just don't be a dick. But honestly, not everyone actually cares about you and what you do because everybody else is busy living their lives, trying to be happy, trying to provide for their families, trying to get over their ex, trying to bounce back after years of bad decisions, trying to make ends meet, trying to do what they gotta do to make it to the next day, trying to make sense of life, trying to have a life worth living. So before you go and judge everyone, what about you? What are you doing with your life?
Oh god. Do it again. I wasn't ready.